here is one scholarship that I think it's very easy to obtain to study in South Korea. And I think this scholarship is very easy to get because not so many people know about its existence. The scholarship is going to enable you to do a master's degree at Yeungnam University, and the scholarship is PSPS. That's Park Chung Hee School of Policy and Seamaul. Who is Park Chung Hee? He was a former military leader of South Korea, and he is considered to be the reason as to why South Korea is very developed. He was a military dictator, but a good one. I mean, if you come from Africa, you know what it means to be a military dictator. But this man was a man who decided to give money to companies for them to invest in the development of South Korea, and then he will see that after developing in a particular sector, you have to make sure you invest that money in another sector to make it develop. So he initiated the Saemaul Undong. It is like a farming movement to help develop parts of South Korea that were not able to catch up with the development of South Korea. So he started the Saemaul Undong movement in South Korea. So the PSPS scholarship is a scholarship that was instituted at Yeungnam University to help people from developing country to learn from the South Korean experience. So this scholarship is going to give you the opportunity to learn from the South Korean experience. They have a couple of majors that are available. Without taking too much of your time, let me share my screen with you. But before we do that, please, if you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, and also take the opportunity to share it in other groups. Let me also begin by sharing it to the groups that I control on Facebook. So if you're not yet following me on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you do follow me or follow the groups, because it's not every scholarship that I'll be able to produce videos. For some, I just post them on my Facebook page or on the different groups that are available. So let me share it in the groups. Before we continue. Now the PSPS, I hope you can see my screen. The PSPS scholarship, like I said, is a scholarship that was instituted in honor of Park Chung Hee. He was a military dictator. I guess you can see this is him, and then this is his daughter, Park Geun-hye. She was once the president of South Korea, but she got involved in some scandals and then was put in prison. Yeah, South Korea is a country of law. If you happen not to follow the law, they would imprison you. A lot of presidents in South Korea had ended up finding themselves in prison because of one or two mismanagement. So this scholarship was in honor of his work as an initiator of the Seamaul movement. Saemaul Undong, like I said, was a policy to help develop other parts of South Korea that were not able to catch up with the rapid development. So they had to focus on agriculture in some areas in South Korea to help feed the nation. You know, South Korea had once experienced a lot of hunger, so they don't joke with food. That scholarship is at Yeungnam University. Yeungnam University is right next to Daegu in South Korea. I hope my screen is being shared. So this is the application guideline. I'll provide a link to read, and then these are the majors that are available, beginning with Master of Seamaul Development Studies right down to Master of Science. So you need to read this document so as to have enough information about the different degrees that are offered at this university. Then this is your timetable. If you happen to obtain the scholarship, you should be in South Korea by March 2025, right up to June. You must make sure you're in South Korea within that timeline period. And then second semester begins from July and ends in August. And then your third semester will begin in September and end in February. And then finally, this semester, the fourth semester, begins from March 2026 and ends in August. You'd write comprehensive exam. A comprehensive exam is an exam that everyone writes, every foreigner writes in almost every university before they graduate. So you're expected to graduate by August 2026. You're also supposed to make sure you submit your thesis report by April 2026. So you have to make sure when applying for this scholarship, you must have figured out the fact that you should be able to maintain this timeline. Who is eligible? They've given the conditions here. You must have obtained at least formal education from elementary right up to high school, and then must have obtained a graduate degree, at least a 4-year graduate degree. You must have proficiency in English. If you have any of the standardized English tests like IELTS, TOEFL, it's okay to provide it. You can also provide a document from your university indicating that the studies or you did your undergraduate in English. That one is okay. Then you must also have a strong mental faculty, both physical and mental wise. Application is done online. On the online application, you would fill out the application form and then print it out and then send it by mail. The second option is to send it by mail, and then they would announce scholarship the third round is they would screen documents, and then they'll announce admission and scholarship later on, and then they would later on provide you with documents for you to go and obtain your visa in South Korea. You don't have to worry about any bank statement in this scholarship. And then you should be in Korea by February to begin your degree program. This is the second video that I'm making on this scholarship, the PSPS scholarship at Yeungnam University in South Korea, or the Chung Hee School of Policy and Seamaul scholarship at Yeungnam University. I'll provide a link to the other video up there so that you can watch it and also obtain some information. That one was for last year, because this scholarship is announced every year. So for the admission timeline, it has not yet begun, but it will start on the 23rd of September, which means you still have enough time to get your documents ready, especially documents that are supposed to be apostille, like your bachelor's degree, graduation certificate, and your transcripts, and then document that proves your nationality. So you would have to fill up the online application from the 23rd of September, and the deadline admission, the online admission portal will be closed by the 18th of October, which means you still have enough time, more than a month, to get yourself ready and then apply for this scholarship. Like I said, it is done online, and this is the link. Required documents must be sent also within this time frame. They say once you've completed the online application, please submit all required documents in order specified in the table, and it should be sent via email to this email. It's very important. You don't need to worry about posting your documents to South Korea. Take account of that. When you're done, they would go through the different processes of screening documents, Zoom interview, announcement of scholarship, admission and scholarship decisions. Then by January, February, they'll send your documents for you to go get your visa at the South Korean embassy in your home country. The scholarship is open to every national, so don't worry about nationality. You should be in Korea by end of February, last week of February. These are the documents that you're supposed to fill out. This one is online. Personal statement is online. Statement of academic purpose is online. Agreement of academic verification is also online. Here you're simply telling them to You're giving them the authority to go to your school or send somebody to your school to verify that yes, your degrees are real, or your high school documents are real, they are not fake, that you actually went to that university and then obtained your degrees. And then health checkup, self-assessment is also online. So you have to read all of this information. Every information here, these documents are online. Then you would have to provide a graduation certificate of your bachelor's degree, your official transcript indicating your GPA. They say documents, degree and transcript must be authenticated. Yeah, you can either consular authenticate or apostille. On this same document, they've stated the countries that can do apostille. If your country cannot do apostille, then you have to do consular authentication at the Korean embassy in your home country. You have offices that you would have to go through, like your Ministry of Foreign Affairs and maybe Education, and then from there you would go to the Korean embassy in your home country or consulate to get them authenticate or consular confirm your documents. These are just processes to prove that your documents are real. So you must do it. If your document is not in English, you must use a certified translator. Letters of recommendation, they say you are welcome to submit letters of recommendation in any format. They don't have any format, so but I would recommend that you use your university letterhead. Most universities have like a document that is their letterhead that shows the university's name, university information. That makes it more authentic. Use that. Ask your recommender to use it. If you are working, let your company or the organization that you work for use their company letterhead to provide you a letter of recommendation. So you can either use your university professor or your workplace leader. They say it should be written in English or Korean. So, and then for English proficiency, I said you can use either of the tests, TOEFL, IELTS, or TOEIC. But they say those who have completed an undergraduate degree in English can submit an official statement from their university as proof of proficiency. So if you went to a university that taught you in English, you don't have to worry. You can use your university English proficiency document. You can also provide photocopy of your passport. If you do not possess one, you should inform them via email. Yeah, so that's basically it. For those who are already in Korea and want to apply for this scholarship, they would have to provide their alien registration card. Alien registration card is the ID card for foreigners living in South Korea. They consider us as aliens, so they offer us alien registration card or ID card for foreigners. Yeah, so basically that's it about this scholarship. These are the processes that you would have to follow if you want to authenticate your documents. And then for countries that can do apostille, these are the countries. For Asia, you have them here. For Africa, you have them here. These are the countries in Africa that can do apostillization of document. For Europe, you have them here. In America, you have them here. All right. There is an application fee of 100,000 won that must be paid. If for those who are already in South Korea, you can transfer it to Daegu Bank. There is a bank called Daegu Bank in Daegu. The university name that is supposed to be displayed is Yeungnam Yeungnam University. It's written in Korean language. Yeungnam Yeungnam University. And they make sure the money is paid under your name. So for example, if you have somebody in South Korea, they should go to the bank and then pay it in your name. If you're paying out of Korea, you're paying in your home country, when doing the transfer, your name should appear so that they can like confirm it with your documents. Tuition and extra. So normally this is what it costs to study that degree program. But look, if you look here, they say tuition first to third, and then third semester 3 million. If you look here, scholarship, all tuition fee for 4 semesters is covered. So they will cover your tuition fee And then here again it says admission fee waiver. This is admission fee 796,000 Korean won. That one is also waived. And then council fee you would have to pay. Health insurance you can pay. Private health insurance you can pay. You can either use a private health insurance that is cheap on an annual basis, or you would pay the national health insurance. But as far as I know, South Korean government has made it a rule that every foreign student must pay the health insurance. So I doubt if this one is still possible at Yeungnam University. You might have to pay on a monthly basis 80,000 Korean won. That is less than $70. And then they'll provide you with a monthly allowance of 1 million Korean won for a period of 12 months. Remember, this scholarship is going to be for a period of about 18 months, which means you might have to go for one semester. When you'll be writing your thesis, you might not be paid. So you might be considering doing maybe some part-time jobs. But I think this scholarship does not allow you to do part-time job, which is why it is not a very popular scholarship, but it is a very good opportunity for you to exploit to get to South Korea. And then once you're in South Korea, you can decide to like maybe look for other scholarship opportunities, because it is way easier for you to get a scholarship, even a professor scholarship, when you are already in South Korea than when you are out of Korea, because you can actually go to a university, you can research about a professor online and then book for a meeting and meet the professor face to face to like discuss your research project. And if the professor is interested, they might give you a scholarship that is way better. Yeah, you can even decide to change your major once you're already in South Korea. So this is an opportunity that you might consider if you're thinking about applying for the Global Korean Government Scholarship, which I have a lot of videos on this channel on that scholarship. You might as well consider applying for this and also apply for the Global Korean Government Scholarship. That's like shooting two birds at the same time. Increase your chances in terms of different scholarships. Yeah, so they would provide you that amount of money. It's very important. For the university, these are the grades that you're supposed to maintain. You're not supposed in any way or form be under this grading scale. You should be targeting these three skills when you're studying in that university. So this is a very great opportunity for those who might be considering studying in South Korea. Take the opportunity, apply, and I will be having a live session later on today at 8 p.m. South Korean time. This is going to be the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.